We're doing something different today. We are looking at Kyle Gass and Jack Black and how they look together as friends, as a partnership, as co-workers. There is a lot that Jack Black feels about Kyle Gass. Kyle really doesn't know who Jack Black is outside of their friendship. When he leaves his presence, he's like, I don't know who he could be in this situation or that situation. But I mean, it's Jack Black, so who really would know how he would act in any particular situation? But in uh, looking at it a little bit deeper, we can see that Jack knows that Kyle is a person who is an organizational being. He likes that a lot about him because he has opinions and he's going to tear down those opinions. He's going to have details that might be correct or not about those opinions. And once again, just because he has an opinion doesn't necessarily mean it's correct. But Jack knows that about Kyle. And he might be wise at this point, Kyle, you know, understanding that there's many opinions and that's okay. Looking at another place where Jack knows exactly who Kyle is as a person when they leave each other's presence. He knows that Kyle is a person that is very unique and a lone wolf. And he is deaf to what people have to say to him. They might need to tell him once or twice. But Jack knows that Kyle will struggle for the proper things, what's worth fighting for, what's worth taking a risk for. And maybe that's what he sees in him. And maybe that's why he's so inspirational to Jack. Because when Kyle does fight for what is correct for him, then he will be inspirational to his tribe and the collective. And, you know, Jack Black is his tribe. So there's some places in their life where they really could see this companionship together, and that's right here. Looking at the channel of mating and design focused on reproduction. But these two fellas, I don't know them very well, but I know that they have a band and I know they've done movies, a movie at least. And they produce things. They're producers of music. So they are going to produce their baby and then they're going to nurture it, defend it. But just because they have that in common, it doesn't necessarily mean that they look out of the same window with the same perspective on that. So, although they're the same in that perspective, they're also very different. And when we talk about Kyle and how Jack Black sees him, I said that we started with he sees a lot in Kyle. And by that I mean he just feels like Kyle takes over and Kyle is really dominating and compromising and Jack Black has no say. So, um, Jack Black feels compromised in a multitude of places in his life, and he may or may not be okay with that. So, one place where he is feeling compromised is how they get to the top. How how are they going to be ambitious, and how are they going to have this duration of their business together? Jack might feel very compromised in a lot of different places. Um, but Kyle recognizes that together in a group of three people or more, that they really bring a lot together. They really know how to bring the fun and the routine and what it really means to sorry. Let's talk about this. Kyle is going to dominate or compromise Jack Black in this particular region. He's the keeper of the keys. What keys? The kingdom, their kingdom. And I wonder if Jack is like, oh well, he's senior to me, so he knows a little bit more. So I'm gonna let him have the say. So, um, Kyle compromises Jack Black's beat. That's really interesting. I wonder what perspective they would have on that. Another place where Kyle influences Jack's way he thinks, the way that they're going to stimulate people, and how they're going to put their ideas out into the world. So let's put that all together. Holy crap. Getting to the top together with their beat and how they're going to stimulate with their ideas. Kyle is compromising Jack in every single facet of his life. That's awesome. There's some places where they can have fun together, and it's in their mind creating new things. How unique of that. This whole thing put together is just reeking of creativity. It's just reeking of endurance and struggling and fighting for something that's worth fighting for, needing to take their time to grow their baby, to have their beat, and have a routine way in which they provide their skills and their behavior and role of self out into the world, because they are controlling together as a pair, because they are alert, and they're going to correct things until this crisis that they're experiencing turns into more of a graceful experience. Them together as a group, once people recognize their power, they can hold together communities with that power. And they are together just a very abstract, logical type of person. So they need the experience to explain the experience, but they're logical because they want repetitive. Anyways, it's quite unique. There's a few things that they may feel that's wrong in their relationship, and that could be the depth that they have, how they influence the other. They might feel like they might need to progress with caution. They may feel like they don't know how to provoke the other properly. Maybe they feel like they don't have the intuition that they need in the now. There's a multitude of facets where they could feel like there's something wrong with their friendship. So, all right. Well, this is all I want to speak on it because it's been a while since I touched on it. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And we'll do more of these in the future. And I hope you come back and watch some more later.